Hey kids, Pastor Jonathan here, and today with Question from Kids, our question is, how did people learn about God before the Bible was written? Well, there's several different ways we can answer that. If you remember, several weeks ago, we were studying about the prophets. Now, the prophets were people that God used to speak to the nation of Israel. This is before the writings of the Bible were put together. This is before they had the complete totality of the Old Testament scriptures. God would give a special word to the prophets, and they would speak to the people on behalf of God. If you remember, even further back, when God spoke to Moses, there was no Old Testament scripture at the time. God spoke, he responded, and the people followed Moses. And as the people continued to follow Moses, he set them free from Egypt. They parted the Red Seas. They went into the desert. They learned about God through experience. Now, because we have the scriptures, we can gain a lot more insight from them. And today we're looking at Romans chapter 1, verse 20. And Paul says this about God, that ever since the world was created, it has been possible to see the qualities of God that are not seen. I'm talking about his eternal power and about the fact that he is God. Those things can be seen in what he has made, so people have no excuse for why they don't know him. What Paul is saying is we can see God's power, we can see his might, we can see how real God is through creation. I'm sure many of you have heard that no snowflake is exactly the same. That's almost impossible unless God had a unique design. Every single person has an actual fingerprint, and none of them are the same either. God created you uniquely on a purpose for a purpose. And when we see how complex the world is, how God made us, how he made the planet, and how he made the entire solar system, all of creation points to the existence of God. So before we had the scriptures, God spoke to us through prophets, he spoke to us through people, and God revealed himself through nature.